Good morning, everyone. Andrew Douglas here in the Action News 5 Digital Desk. It is a Friday, and it is once again a warm start to your day. That's a live look from our High 5 camera downtown with some clouds out there, 67 degrees as you get going at 9:01. That's a shot from our Midtown High 5 camera. Same story there, just cloud cover, overcast skies, warm temperatures. We'll be talking about the forecast throughout the morning here on Action News 5's Digital Desk. Got some cool interviews as well, and there is one I'm going to play for you right now. Have you heard about St. Denis? This is a TV show that's on NBC Monday nights at 8 o'clock, and they're about to enter into their third season. And I had a chance to talk with a couple of the actors on the show. Serena and Matt is how you know them. And if you've never heard of the show, St. Denis Medical, it's like The Office or Parks and Rec, except it's in a hospital. Have you seen St. Denis Medical? It airs Monday nights at 8 o'clock on NBC. And this is a mockumentary about an underfunded, understaffed Oregon hospital where the dedicated doctors and nurses try their best to treat patients while maintaining their own sanity. Joining me now on the Action News 5 Digital Desk, I am joined by a couple of actors on the show. You know them as Serena and Matt. I'm joined by we got Mei Key Leeper and Kyun Kim. Good morning to you both. Tell us, how are you both doing this morning?
Doing really well.
Doing really good.
Yeah, happy to be here at the Digital Desk.
Yes, I love it. I feel the same way. I'm happy you guys are here on the Digital Desk too. So you guys are entering season 3 here. For someone, and I gave a little brief introduction off the top, but for someone who's never seen St. Denis Medical, how would you describe it?
Very good show.
Very good show. Truly the fastest way is The Office, but in a hospital. This is the crude fast way, but yeah, it's a really fun show about doctors and nurses that is not scary and stressful to watch. It's fun and it's light, and we're having a blast.
And you mentioned The Office, and so what I understand, it's from the creators of The Office and Parks and Rec, right?
Yeah, it's from some of the same producers, some of the same writers. Justin Spitzer, of course, creator of Superstore and Office writer. Actually wrote on Scrubs even back in the day. Spitzer's been around.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys are cute. I love it. You guys are funny, and you're selling it. So I appreciate it. For someone who's never watched and maybe they just don't have time, or it's like Mondays at 8 o'clock, I'm doing this and that and all that. What would you say to them? How would you compel them to go ahead and check you guys out on season 3?
Make the time.
Yeah, yeah. What do you guys? Yeah.
Like,
are you watching Monday Night Football or something? Like, whoa, I'm actually getting word a lot of Americans are watching Monday Night Football. But if you're not, check out the show. Yeah, I listen. It's really fun. We're going into the third season. We do 18 episodes a season. So if you wanna binge a bunch on Peacock, we have a ton of episodes already.
and it's good.
And it's really good.
Funny.
It's a blast. We're looking into the camera. It's a classic mockumentary situation. It's just like this. You're gonna love it.
I'm enjoying this. So listen, so let me talk about a little bit, so many people are wondering how, when they see you on TV, it's like, how did this person get their start? I mean, like, can you guys go briefly into your background? Kyun, you start.
Well, long story short, born and raised in Korea, came to the States, went to Juilliard, said, I want to be an actor. Came to LA, and here I am, living the American dream.
And that's actually exactly what happened to me also. That's so crazy.
It was right next to me.
I was there the whole time.
Yeah.
No, I was a stand-up comedian, and then I was a TV writer after that. And then one time I was writing on a show, Jury Duty, and they were like, maybe you could act on the show. And then I started acting more after that, and I don't know, somehow accidentally I'm here. Whoops.
Awesome. I love it. You guys are fun. So Listen, let me ask you something, because a lot of times when you think about a project and you go into it, you know, you're excited and you have different thoughts in your mind, and then once you're in it, you realize, wow, there's a lot of different things than I had originally thought. Tell us some of the, I don't know, top 2 or 3 things that going in you had no idea you would see once you're in it. You follow what I'm saying?
Totally, yeah. I was surprised at, and this sounds silly to say, but the pilot we shot in a real hospital that we sort of dressed to be this, you know, fake hospital in Oregon. But then they built a real scale hospital on a soundstage here at the Universal lot, and it
looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
I don't know how they did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny because it's a lot of effort for what is ultimately a kind of mundane and boring workplace, but that's what makes it special, is that they nail all the little signs on the door and all of the little tiny details, you know, that you know, make a hospital. So that was surprising.
Ooh, you know what? What was surprising is, you know how you see those blooper reels?
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know, when you see like The Office and they see the blooper reels or Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
We're sometimes the blooper reels.
Yeah, it's nice to be in a blooper reel.
Yeah.
It's fun. As it's happening live, you're like, oh my God, we're messing up the scene right now. This is great. I do. Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, Monday nights, 8 o'clock on NBC, Dr. Dennis, or St. Dennis Medical. You guys sound great. You're selling it for us here on the Action News 5 Digital Desk. Anything else you want to mention before we let you go?
Ooh, we're really cute on the show.
We're cute on the show. Tune in. You know, season 2, we got lots of great guest stars. Draymond Green was on this season. That's pretty cool. We've got an exciting finale.
Yeah.
And watch the second to last episode. There's maybe some explosive turns in our characters' friendship relationship. Who's to say? I don't know details.
Okay.
There's an explosion. I want to promise there's going to be an explosion on the show. CGI was very expensive. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, all right. Well, we're going to watch in spite of having Draymond Green on the show, because in Memphis, the Grizzlies, we don't like Draymond Green all that much. But we like you. And so
listen, he gets struck by lightning. You guys may enjoy that. You may enjoy
Okay.
struck by lightning in the show.
Hey, don't give away the farm. That's okay. But listen, that's good. You sold it. You made up for it. All right, well, listen, Kayun and McKee, we really appreciate you on the Action News 5 Digital Desk. Good luck. Congratulations on the 3rd season, and we'll look for you on TV. Appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Action News 5 Digital Desk. Throughout the month, we always like to check in with various neighbors, various leaders across the Mid-South. And today we are checking in with our friends in Bartlett, Tennessee. We got the Mayor, David Parsons, joining us as he does every month or so, just to kind of get an update on the city of Bartlett, the largest suburb in Shelby County. So, David, how are you this morning?
Doing great, Andrew. Sure can't complain about the weather.
I know. After all that snow and ice, hopefully that's gone for good. I know technically we're in winter, but man, it feels good to be at least feeling like summer with a high of, you know, in the 70s and 80s. So tell us what's going on in Bartlett. I know you guys are busy in the month of March.
Yes, sir. Andrew, we start off tomorrow with our annual State of the City message. It's a time where, as the mayor speaks about reflecting back over the previous year and looking forward to the upcoming year. That's tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, March the 5th, at our BPAC, Bartlett Performing Arts and Conference Center, which is at 3663 Appling. And so that'd be a great event. It'd be kind of cast like it was last year with with a Johnny Carson type thing, but with the 80s layered on top of that. So that's tomorrow night. And then we move to March the 9th, which is a die-cast toy show down at the Vineyard, which is at 5868 Stage Road. That's
Can I ask something about that, David? Because it says here that it's March 7th, Saturday. Is it March 7th or March 9th?
Hold on just a second. Let me verify that.
Because I got something that says Saturday, March 7th from 9 to 3.
I'm sorry, that's my fault, Andrew. It is on the 7th. I'm trying to speed us along too fast. And so that's from 9 to 3. And but it's pretty cool because you can see a lot of the old Hot Wheel toys and stuff like that. It's a good. It'd be kind of cool.
I love it. I love it. What else is happening?
Right after that, we follow through with Carlene Carter, which is the daughter of June Carter Cash. She sung songs like I Fell in Love, Every Little Thing, Me, and A Wild Rose. That's on March the 7th at BPAC also at 7:30. And then we follow up behind that with the Bartlett Business Expo, which is March the 12th, which is at the YMCA in Bartlett, which is at 7700 Flaherty Place. That's from 9 to 3. Bartlett Business Expo, you'll have all kind of vendors there, as you can see on the screen. Lots of stuff to do there, so come and get involved. Behind that, on March the 21st, we have the Bartlett Community Concert Band. It's an evening of Broadway tunes, and it also is at the BPAC. You can get tickets at bpac.org. And then, believe it or not, Easter's right around the corner, Andrew. We have the Easter Extravaganza on March the 28th at 9 o'clock at Freeman Park. Freeman Park is at 2629 Bartlett Boulevard. And one of the cool things we do at the Easter Extravaganza is the Lions Club has beeping eggs for the visually impaired. That's always a little treat to watch them find the little beeping eggs that's out there. So that's pretty cool. And then March the 28th, we have the comedian Jeff Allen. Many of you see him on a lot of the shows around here. He is sold out, but he is at 7:30. And then we take a peek into April, and we have the Bartlett Bayou Bash is back. That's April the 11th at Freeman Park from 11 to 7. Man, come down there. Some raging, caging, crawfish, and some music. It's always a good time at Freeman Park. And so, as always, you can stay up to date through our social media at bmbartlett.com, BEN Bartlett.com, and you can find out everything we just said and everything coming up.
I love it. I love it. It looks fantastic. You guys got a menu chock full of something for everybody, and I'm just glad spring's here. You know, we get to go outside again with the nice warm weather, David. Wouldn't you say?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So there's plenty of things to say, plenty of places to be, plenty of places to go here in Bartlett, and just get out and enjoy this great weather, because we only have it, you know, just in Memphis, I always say, just stay tuned. Wait till tomorrow. It'll change for you.
Yeah, no question about it. All right, David Parsons joining us on the Action News 5 digital desk, the City of Bartlett Mayor. We always appreciate your time. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Action News 5 digital desk. If you're like me, if you're like most Mid-Southerners, you are so happy there's no more snow and ice anywhere on the ground. I don't care if it rains. I don't care if it's 85 degrees already. It just isn't. We're just not dealing with any snow and ice. I don't know what the machine's working on as a mind of its own. But let's bring in Jalen Soucek on the Action News 5 Digital Desk to talk about some amazing events that really kind of help us usher in the spring season. Jalen, good morning.
Yes, I am of the same sentiment with you. I'm over the cold weather, and it just feels amazing, which is great because we're going to be spending a lot of time outdoors this month.
I love it. I love it. And, you know, you're highlighting some of the prettiest areas in the city of Memphis. Let's go.
Yeah, so the first, I don't know if people are super aware of this, but 2026 is going to be just a really huge year for arts and culture in Memphis. We have a lot of really exciting openings. We have, Memphis Art Museum at the end of the year. The Metal Museum will be opening in the fall. Legacy Building at National Civil Rights Museum. And a lot of milestones. So I know the Memphis Youth Symphony was just on. It's a anniversary year for them as well. But one of the big anniversaries happening is the Dixon Gallery and Gardens. They are celebrating 50 years. And so if you've spent any time out in the gardens over the years, they are very known for their tulip display. This year, they are just dialing it up ×3. So they have planted 650,000 tulips that will be in bloom very, very soon. You'll get the early blooms if you go right now, but about mid to late March is when you're really going to see that kind of full display. And of course, the Dixon is also always free to visit. So just a really good time to go out, be outside and enjoy the gardens. The tulips are beautiful and it always changes every year.
I love the fact that it's still free for everybody because it is one of the prettiest, most colorful places in all of Memphis. In fact, the first time I ever visited, Jalen, Memphis, Tennessee, I was taken to the Dixon because it is so pretty. It's just such a gem.
That's a good hostess who took you there. And yeah, so it's free forever too. So that's great news.
Certainly is.
And then when you're at the Dixon, you have to go inside, of course. The galleries are also part of the free experience. Right now, they have an on exhibit. It's called Black Artists in America from the Bicentennial to September 11th. This is the third and final show in the series. And you can see from our video and a reel we just posted on Instagram last week or so. It is an incredible display. You can really get lost in this for hours. And it's going to be on display from now through March 29th. It features 50 works by different artists, including Ramir Bearden, Elizabeth Catlett, Ernie Barnes. He is the artist heavily featured on the show Good Times, if you're familiar with that. So it's just a really incredible display. And then they also have their other traditional collections on display as well. And then another piece to this is because they are celebrating the 50th anniversary, they have an interactive gallery. It's called Meet the Dixons. So it'll tell the story essentially of how the gardens came to be and the couple, which is Margaret and Hugo Dixon. But they're a little bit about their story, and that will be on display through May 31st.
I love it. It's just two great reasons to check out the Dixon, and I understand the Dixon's neighbor, if you will, is also going crazy this spring with some amazing events too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So I encourage you to go to the Dixon multiple times and then stick around in that east corner because Memphis Botanic Garden is hosting Bloom. It's 1,000,000 Shades of Spring. So there will be over 1,000,000 blooms happening at the gardens between March and May. So this is going to kind of take you through a seasonal journey of blooms. So you'll begin, of course, with the cherry blossoms, to tulips, to azaleas and magnolias. And then they're going to be really dialing up the activity. So of course they want you to come visit the gardens during those different blooming times. But they're going to be doing Bloom Saturdays. This will be happening every week. It's an all ages kind of make a day of it experience. There will be a bunch of kid activities, food trucks, live performances, cultural celebrations, and a lot more. And then they also have some events for the adults. So this is the after hours Bloom energy. So it's 21 and up only events. They're going to be doing mixology workshops, sip and strolls, flower arranging workshops, tulips at twilight, just a jam-packed calendar for the next 3 months happening at the Memphis Botanic Garden.
Yeah, Memphis Botanic Garden dials it up like 365 days a year. They have great stuff for the family and great stuff for adults as well. Gosh, Jalen, that Park and Cherry location in Memphis is going to be gorgeous.
It's going to be absolutely beautiful. So, I mean, between the both of them, I think it's just one of the outdoor destinations in the South.
No question, no question. I can't wait. So what else you got?
And right now, what just opened last week at the Memphis Brooks Museum of Art is the Memphis College of Art 1936 to 2020 an Enduring Legacy collection. So this is going to tell the 84-year history of the Memphis College of Art, which did, of course, close in 2020. So the exhibition will feature the work of 90 artists, that's faculty, administrators, and graduates of the school during that time. And these are, many of these artists are artists that have gone on to have great success. They have collections and work in prominent museums, galleries, and collections nationwide. And as you can see from the video, there's just countless number of mediums of art, from photography, painting, ceramics, textiles, sculptures, printmaking, and more. So this will be on view through September 27th. And this is just kind of really important and sentimental, especially to Memphis. A lot of those artists are still working in our city, thankfully, and kind of can look at it as almost the closing chapter of the school now that the Metal Museum is making headway with their renovation of moving into that space in Overton Park.
Yeah, you know, that was something that I think a lot of Memphians and Mid-Southerners were sad to see go. I mean, it had such a history and such a legacy in Memphis. And, you know, I know there's another art school actually in East Memphis that's opened up and to try to fill the gap there. What else do you have going on in the I Love Memphis blog, Jalen?
Well, we have a lot. So we do have individual guides for the Dixon's 50th if you want to see more of those events, as well as the Memphis Botanic Gardens Bloom. So completely curated guides for that. In our other updates, we have a March events guide. It's 25 plus things to do all month long. And also, we just got our St. Patrick's Day guide live yesterday, and we will be continuing to add events because they'll really start getting announced this week. But it's already looking like it's going to be a really fun St. Patrick's Day. But we are heading into spring. We have our food and drink festivals guide. It's time to pack the calendar, so definitely use the blog to fill in those dates before you're on Saturday morning and you're like, what do I want to do? There's going to be a lot to do in the next upcoming months.
I love it. I love MemphisBlog.com. Jalen Suchek running it all for us. Joining us on the Action News 5 Digital Desk. Jalen, as always, you always bring it every time you come on the Digital Desk. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thanks for joining us here on the Action News 5 Digital Desk. I'm First Alert meteorologist Patrick Ellis. Today, getting up into the lower 80s, nearing a record, if not breaking a record here across the Mid-South. Working our way up through the lower 80s this afternoon. And again, we'll probably get through the next few hours with some more clouds and a few isolated showers and storms here or there. But I think those chances are overall going to be pretty low through the course of the day today when it comes down to rain. Now tonight, a different story as we'll start to see our next system moving in our direction. A day that we're highlighting for the potential for strong and severe storms moving in our direction. Again, potential, you can have all the potential in the world, but if it doesn't manifest itself, then all that potential goes to waste, right? So hopefully it goes to waste because nobody wants to deal with severe weather. but it would be nice to see some of this rainfall, which we will get some, but it may be a little bit too much in short order. Let's talk about where we are at 6 a.m. on Saturday. We're going to be tracking a line of showers and storms beginning to roll in our direction. That will have impact during the course of the morning hours. Heavy rain is likely through the mid-morning hours, and not to mention, as that line moves through the area, you see these little kinks along that line. Those little kinks, you might get a brief spin-up tornado. I think this is primarily a wind issue, but you can't rule it out completely that there could be a brief spin-up tornado as it works its way down towards the south. It gets undercut pretty quickly as that line moves down to the south. The cooler air kind of undercuts it from the north and west, and we'll have lingering showers as we head through the evening and overnight period of your Saturday into early Sunday. So there will be maybe a little bit of a lull going into Saturday evening, but then we'll have another wave of showers to contend with as we head through Saturday night into early Sunday morning. So a lingering shower chance early Sunday will pop back up into the upper 60s that afternoon. By 7 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, we'll probably just be dealing with clouds, temperatures in the 50s. The clouds will start to clear out, but doesn't have a whole lot of success in doing so. So I think we're going to be more clouds than not. The farther north that you are up towards Dyersburg and Blytheville, you might be able to eke out a little bit more sunshine than comparatively to places like Oxford, Corinth, as well as Batesville. We will all see the skies clearing out as we head through Sunday night into early Monday, but we've got another chance for rain and storms to contend with during that time frame. So again, we're looking at some more opportunities for rain moving into the fold as we head towards Monday afternoon and evening. Notice the showers and storms coming across Arkansas, heading in a direction by the time we head towards Monday afternoon and evening. Highs will be in the 70s that day. I want you to stay up to date with the very latest on the Action News 5 First Alert Weather app. Download it in the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. We're also looking at the potential for very heavy rainfall during this whole ordeal, talking rain chances or rain amounts and that range of 3 to 5 inches here across the Mid-South as we head through the next couple of days. So we want you to be weather aware, stay up to date with the very latest. Your 10-day forecast. Beyond that opportunity for rain that comes in here on Monday, there's another opportunity that comes in here on Wednesday. That opportunity will be the next bout of heavy rainfall that pushes in across the region. That could bring us not only heavy rainfall, but also the potential for some strong to severe thunderstorms. Clears out through Thursday, maybe a lingering shower chance through Thursday. We'll pop back up into the upper 60s by Friday, nearing 70 by Saturday of next week as another system approaches that could kick off a few showers by the end of next weekend.
To my first guest on the Action News 5 digital desk, and he is a legend. We are talking about someone who is world renowned. There he is. We're talking about Bekethi Khumalo. He is coming to Memphis. He's going to be at the Halloran Center Saturday, March 14th. He is someone that is known around the world. He's played with everybody. He is best known for creating iconic bass lines in the classics like You Can Call Me Al, Paul Simon's, Graceland, all that stuff. And he's joining me on the Action News 5 digital desk to talk about this concert coming to Memphis at the Halloran Center March 14th. Bekethi, great to meet you. Tell me how things are going for you. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much. All is good. You know, it's all excitement, and I'm just so looking forward to come to Memphis. My goodness. I mean, I've been there before, but really this is more exciting now that I'm coming there with my band to play my music and share a great night with the audience and sing along and, you know, bring South Africa to Memphis.
Yes, absolutely. So tell us a little bit about what this performance is going to be like. What can the audience expect?
You know, I always surprise people, because I've been playing with Paul for so many years, I think 40 some years this year. And but my music, it's like you just never know what's going to happen. There's always like, surprises thing. Nothing really it's planned. It's all surprise because that's how we do it in the village. We just throw you in the mix, sing along, and we teach you the language and play some amazing. And I have some really amazing, talented musicians, like the saxophone player. His name is Maurice Goldbeck. He was born in South Africa in Cape Town, and we met in Zimbabwe, like in the 1982 or 83, somewhere there. He's 89 years old, and he's still playing. And then some of the other musicians that I've met them when I moved to the States. But so the night is going to be really amazing, and also stories, and talk about our journey, talk about my journey, playing with Paul Simon and many others.
Fantastic. And I think many people who know music and know Paul Simon certainly remember that song, You Can Call Me Out, Going to Graceland. Tell me about just the kind of career that you've had. I mean, we're talking about spanning decades. I mean, generations, right?
That's right. That's right. Growing up in South Africa, first of all, things were so difficult, so hard. I grew up in a musical house. My grandmother, she used to go to church. My uncle played saxophone. But it was chaotic. We lived in a 4-room house, and 17 people live in that house, cousins and just everybody. And it was crazy. But the only thing that was beautiful was music, because every weekends, all the cultures, people, they walk around and singing and dress up with beautiful color clothes and playing drums and just singing a lot of stuff. And for me, it was enough information to be a musician, so I just stayed with it. And I stayed with it until the 80s, when I was discovered by Paul Simon. I didn't even know who the guy was, But
that's amazing.
I mean, I didn't expect this, I just played music. I had no idea what was going to happen. But I always fell in love with American music, because every time I hear these songs on the radio, and I'm like, man, this is amazing. I would love to see these people. I would love to go there. But I asked for too much. And Paul Simon came to South Africa in 1986. I was chosen. And now, funny thing, I was working as a mechanic, as a runner, not, just to help my mother, because she was getting sick. And so I was trying to make some money for her to get some medicine or something like that. But then the call came at the job to say Paul Simon was looking for me. Man, I was so scared. I was dropping things because I didn't know what Paul Simon, who the hell is Paul Simon? And then my boss, he keeps saying, yeah, Paul Simon from Jamaica, Queens. And I don't know where the Jamaica, Queens. And they finally explained from Jamaica, Queens, New York. He sang the song Mother and Child Reunion. And I'm like, oh, yeah. He's from Jamaica. He's the Rasta. I expect like a guy from Jamaica.
Very different than you found out. I know. And you played with him for
when I go
over
to the
35
studio,
years, right?
Pardon me?
You played with Paul Simon's band, went on tour for over 35 years. Is that right?
40 years this year.
Wow. Okay, so we got the
and
concert.
I'm still playing with him.
Yeah. So we got the concert on March 14th at the Halloran Center, downtown Memphis. You and the South African All-Stars. Tell us what the audience can expect.
Dancing, laughing. It's just going to be just fun, We like to hang out with the audience and just show who we are, the music, how we celebrate. And of course, we're going to be joined by the young kids from school. I can't remember the name of the school, who's going to be joining us to play a couple of songs with us on stage. Because this
Yeah,
is
the
always
Memphis
something
Jazz
that,
Workshop. My understanding is you're going to be joined by the
yes,
Memphis Jazz Workshop.
yes, that's correct. Yes, yes.
That's great. And let me ask you, so, if people, how would you describe the music that is going to be displayed? People know Paul Simon, but what's your music?
My music, I'm a solo bassist on my own rights. I write my own songs, and some of the musicians that I'm going to be playing with them, they have their own songs. So the music, it's South African music, maybe the music that people never heard before, but it's going to be very entertaining. And then we're mixing it up also with like jazz, South African jazz, and some smooth jazz, and I do some crazy bass stuff, and it's really hard to describe, but they should come for fun. It's going to be fun. That's all I can say.
Okay, well, listen,
It's
but
going to be
Keithy,
amazing.
we really appreciate you coming on the Action News 5 Digital Desk and talking about the concert that's happening March 14th. But Keithy Khumalo and the South African All-Stars at the Halloran Center right around the corner. Really appreciate your time. Congratulations on such a successful career and everything that you've been able to accomplish. And we look forward to seeing you March 14th, downtown Memphis. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Action News 5 Digital Desk. Want to show you the cover of the latest edition of La Prensa Latina, and it is all about a bill that is moving through the Tennessee State Legislature. It is about a bill that requires students to have their immigration status reviewed. It is something that we have been touching on here on Action News 5, and it's also something that's being covered on the pages of La Prensa Latina. Joining me now to talk more about this and other bills, I'm joined on the Action News 5 Digital Desk by Jairo Aguirre. And Jairo, hang on with me, stand by. Looks like someone has done something a little bit to our feed here, and I'm going to get you on in just a second. Here we go. Mi amigo. K-Town.
Hey, there I am, just like magic, digital magic.
Yes. So listen, and thanks for being patient with us. Let's talk about that. This is a story that certainly is big in Memphis, regardless of what affiliate you're on. This is a big deal, isn't it?
Right. So, I mean, as you can remember, the original bill, which was sponsored by Tennessee House Majority Leader William Lamberth, originally included provisions that would have allowed school districts to charge tuition to students without legal immigration status or even deny them enrollment. And so the revised version of it still has where public schools required to collect information regarding immigration status during an enrollment period. So that has caused a little bit of concern because even though they're not going to probably use that to specifically target that family or that student, it's still going to give potentially information of high concentration immigration families where potentially, of course, as we've seen, ICE raids can continue, and so it just kind of gives a whole it's a whole concern to our Latino community here in Memphis. I know there's a lot of Latino community leaders and community organizations here that have caused a lot of that have expressed these concerns, and even taking it all the way to Nashville, Tennessee. This bill still has to, of course, continue to advance through the House of Representatives. It still has to pass through additional legislative committees to receive approval in the Senate before it become a law. But until it becomes a law, it still becomes a concern here in our community here in Memphis. But we're gonna continue to, put our finger in it and keep stories. Of course, just like you guys are covering it at Channel 5, we're gonna be covering it in La Prensa Latina. So continue to follow us for more at La Prensa Latina Media on our social or LaPrensaLatina.com on our website.
Okay, Jairo, appreciate that. Another story, much different. Graceland preparing for a weekend packed with tributes to the King, Elvis Presley. Let's hear about it.
Yeah, so this weekend is gonna be a pretty busy weekend for Memphis, and it starts off with, of course, none of the other the king of rock and roll, right? Elvis. So it starts actually today, March 6th, and it's gonna go all the way through the 8th. Graceland has prepared a jam-packed of events. And the opening day begins early in the morning today, which is the ultimate Tupelo excursion, which is a guided tour departing from the guest house at Graceland to visit iconic locations here in at Elvis at Graceland. And then after that, the second day, there's gonna be barbecue, and on Sunday it's the gospel too. So like gospel, it's gonna be actually have a name for it. It was pretty cool. It's close on Sunday 8th with Elvis Gospel Truth. And so it just kind of goes. If you know Elvis, you know that he was also he sung a lot of gospel, and that's true to what Memphis culture also is. So it's gonna be super cool to see that. But the weekend at Grayson promises to be one of the most memorable ones experiences. So you can check more on that at on the website and La Prensa Latina. Check out the entire story on that.
All right, Jairo. Well, these are all great stories, and one of the most popular ones may be this one, Jairo. Banana Ball in Memphis. People are super excited about this.
First time in Memphis, and hey, Banana Ball has been in your probably social media feed or has somewhere as infiltrated in your eyesight because even if you're not a fan of baseball, this is going to be something that families can enjoy. From the very beginning, this is jam-packed of high energy all the way to the end. So even if, like I said, if you're not a baseball fan, these guys do an amazing job on involving the fans with the game. They got choreographed songs and dances. So it really has made baseball. I didn't say baseball was born, but it has really revitalized baseball. But it's gonna be on the 7th and 8th, and of course, it's the Party Animals versus Indiana Clowns, and you can see that at AutoZone Park. You can find the website there to buy your tickets if they even have tickets. I don't know if they still. They usually sell
sold out.
Andrew.
Sold out. Yeah, it's sold out in so many different areas.
If you can find tickets, you can probably I don't know, watch it. You can just watch it, but be out there. I imagine, Andrew, even if you're outside of the baseball field, like at AutoZone Park, and the energy is gonna overflow into the outskirts of this thing.
Yeah, it's. I had a chance to talk to one of the pitchers a number of weeks ago, and we saw a video of this thing. I mean, it's people that are on stilts trying to hit a baseball, which is the hardest thing to do in sports, or they're on a unicycle trying to do things. I mean, it's crazy, and they have a time limit. If you catch a foul ball, the person's out. So people are interactive in that way. I mean, it's sold out everywhere it goes. I mean, this is crazy stuff. But yeah, it should be a lot of fun, no question about it.
Oh yeah, if you don't get a chance to see one, you gotta see them. You gotta see some shorts. You gotta see them on social. But it is fun. It's fun to see.
Yeah, it's going to be on YouTube if people are interested in seeing it. That's as you mentioned, Saturday and Sunday. And again, you can see these stories and plenty more on the pages of La Prensa Latina and also online at laprensalatina.com. Jairo, final thoughts.
Just wanted to, again, thank you for allowing us to be here with you every Friday. If you want to learn more about La Prensa Latina, what's going on in our community here, our Latino community that's going on in Memphis and surrounding area, go to laprensalatina.com. We got updated information, news of what's going on here locally, but also what's nationally and internationally. So you can check that out. We also have a lot of fun stuff in our social media. We do tons of giveaways, promotional things, as well as inform our community at La Prensa Latina Media on Facebook and Instagram. And of course, you can watch us here every Friday too, where we just kind of do a small recap of our headlines of what's happening in our publication and what's happening in Memphis. And of course, I want to thank you again, Andrew, and we'll see you on our next episode.
Looking forward to it, Jairo. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. Enjoy the weekend, and looking forward to our
It's
next
gonna be
discussion.
a good
Appreciate it.
one.
Yes,
I have
it
to see
is.
the weather because I think it's gonna change.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's play weather right now for Jairo Aguirre on the Action
Thank
News
you so
5
much.
Digital Desk.
Thanks for joining us here on the Action News 5 Digital Desk. I'm First Alert meteorologist Patrick Ellis. Today, getting up into the lower 80s, nearing a record, if not breaking a record here across the Mid-South. Working our way up through the lower 80s this afternoon. And again, we'll probably get through the next few hours with some more clouds and a few isolated showers and storms here or there. But I think those chances are overall going to be pretty low through the course of the day today when it comes down to rain. Now tonight, a different story as we'll start to see our next system moving in our direction. A day that we're highlighting for the potential for strong and severe storms moving in our direction. Again, potential, you can have all the potential in the world, but if it doesn't manifest itself, then all that potential goes to waste, right? So hopefully it goes to waste because nobody wants to deal with severe weather. But it would be nice to see some of this rainfall, which we will get some, but it may be a little bit too much in short order. Let's talk about where we are at 6 a.m. on Saturday. We're going to be tracking a line of showers and storms beginning to roll in our direction. That will have impact during the course of the morning hours. Heavy rain is likely through the mid-morning hours, and not to mention, as that line moves through the area, you see these little kinks along that line. Those little kinks, you might get a brief spin-up tornado. I think this is primarily a wind issue, but you can't rule it out completely that there could be a brief spin-up tornado as it works its way down towards the south. It gets undercut pretty quickly as that line moves down to the south. The cooler air kind of undercuts it from the north and west, and we'll have lingering showers as we head through the evening and overnight period of your Saturday into early Sunday. So there will be maybe a little bit of a lull going into Saturday evening, but then we'll have another wave of showers to contend with as we head through Saturday night into early Sunday morning. So a lingering shower chance early Sunday will pop back up into the upper 60s that afternoon. By 7 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, we'll probably just be dealing with clouds, temperatures in the 50s. The clouds will start to clear out, but doesn't have a whole lot of success in doing so. So I think we're going to be more clouds than not. The farther north that you are up towards Dyersburg and Blytheville, you might be able to eke out a little bit more sunshine than comparatively to places like Oxford, Corinth, as well as Batesville. We will all see the skies clearing out as we head through Sunday night into early Monday, but we've got another chance for rain and storms to contend with during that time frame. So again, we're looking at some more opportunities for rain moving into the fold as we head towards Monday afternoon and evening. Notice the showers and storms coming across Arkansas, heading in a direction by the time we head towards Monday afternoon and evening. Highs will be in the 70s that day. I want you to stay up to date with the very latest on the Action News 5 First Alert Weather app. Download it in the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. We're also looking at the potential for very heavy rainfall during this whole ordeal, talking rain chances or rain amounts and that range of 3 to 5 inches here across the Mid-South as we head through the next couple of days. So we want you to be weather aware, stay up to date with the very latest. Your 10-day forecast. Beyond that opportunity for rain that comes in here on Monday, there's another opportunity that comes in here on Wednesday. That opportunity will be the next bout of heavy rainfall that pushes in across the region. That could bring us not only heavy rainfall, but also the potential for some strong to severe thunderstorms. Clears out through Thursday, maybe a lingering shower chance through Thursday. We'll pop back up into the upper 60s by Friday, nearing 70 by Saturday of next week as another system approaches that could kick off a few showers by the end of next weekend.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Action News 5 Digital Desk. Well, there is a really cool concert that's happening this weekend. In fact, it's happening on Sunday, March 8th at the Scheit Family Performing Arts Center, the Memphis Youth Symphony Program Spring Concerts. And joining me on the Action News 5 Digital Desk, I am joined by the Executive Director, Jenny Davis, right now on the Digital Desk. Jenny, good morning to you. So tell me, for our audience out there, we have thousands of people who watch each and every morning. Tell them what the Memphis Youth Symphony Program is, how long it's been in existence, and the events this weekend. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for inviting me on. The Memphis Youth Symphony Program has actually been around for almost 60 years. We're coming up on our 60th next season. And it's a program for youth musicians, high school and younger. We have students from all different levels and ages. And this weekend, they are performing on a concert, as you mentioned, at the Scheit Family Performing Arts Center. We've got 3 concerts happening at 1 o'clock, 3:30, and 7:30. So it's a great way to kind of see the scope and breadth of the student musicians that we have.
I love this. I love it. Everyone really can get behind something like this when you have these young adults, I get children all the way up to young adults here performing in Memphis, being a part of such an amazing concert. And it looks like there's different performances for everybody to get involved in. Tell me about some of the reactions when people come to the concerts, Jenny.
I think it kind of cut out there. I couldn't quite hear the last bit of that. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. I was just asking, some of the reactions from people when they come out and see the concerts and see these young people perform so well.
Yeah, so I think just about every time people are, very surprised at the incredibly high level of the students. But beyond that, I think it's just really inspiring to see young people, a bunch of young people on stage together making music. So it's a great musical experience, and it's just really, inspiring and heartwarming to see such collaboration among young people. So I really recommend coming out and hearing one of the concerts, or all of them.
Yeah, fantastic. So tell me, is it comprised of kids all across the region? Is it a certain amount of kids? What are the age? You mentioned off the top there's certain ages that are involved. And how many kids are involved?
We have about 350 students in the program, and they range from, I think our youngest student right now is age 7 up through 18. And they come from all over the Mid-South. I think there's about 80 different schools represented in the MYSP, and that's public, private, homeschool, charter school. So it's a really great way for people to come together around music.
I love it. I love it. It's something that's so great, and so many kids get involved in musical instruments, and it really helps the brain develop in so many great ways. What else can we talk about with regards to these concerts that are happening on Sunday?
One extra special thing that's happening is our 7:30 concert is actually our annual side-by-side with the Memphis Symphony Orchestra. So this is an opportunity for our youth symphony, our most advanced orchestra, to play side-by-side with musicians of the MSO. So you can come at 7:30 and hear both the Memphis Symphony and the Memphis Youth Symphony together. And they've got a great program featuring Holst's The Planets, which if you don't know that you've probably heard it. It's a really great piece. So it's a great concert to come out to.
That is fantastic. They get a chance to play side by side with the Memphis Symphony Orchestra. What an amazing concert. So let's talk about tickets, how people can check it out. And is it already sold out? Are there tickets available, Jenny?
There are tickets available, and you can get your tickets at myspmusic.org. It's our website, and they're $15. So come on out, and that ticket actually gets you admission not only to that concert, the side by side, but also the other 2 concerts that day. So
fantastic. I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's make sure that our audience knows this is the Memphis Youth Symphony Program and the Youth Symphony Orchestra Spring Concert Sunday, March 8th. 1 o'clock, 3:30, and 7:30. That includes that 7:30 concert side by side with the Memphis Symphony Orchestra. What an amazing event there. Tickets just $15. Wow, that sounds great, Jenny. Congratulations. This sounds fantastic. Anything else before we let you go?
I don't think so. Check out the website and learn about the program. There's been so many alumni that musicians in Memphis you've probably heard, and they probably spent some time in the Memphis Youth Symphony at some point or another.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Jenny Davis, Executive Director of the Memphis Youth Symphony Orchestra. We appreciate your time on the Action News 5 Digital Desk. Have a great time this weekend. We look forward to getting updates from you throughout the year. We appreciate it.
Thanks for joining us here on the Action News 5 Digital Desk. I'm First Alert meteorologist Patrick Ellis. Today, getting up into the lower 80s, nearing a record, if not breaking a record here across the Mid-South. Working our way up through the lower 80s this afternoon. And again, we'll probably get through the next few hours with some more clouds and a few isolated showers and storms here or there, but I think those chances are overall going to be pretty low through the course of the day today when it comes down to rain. Now tonight, a different story as we'll start to see our next system moving in our direction. A day that we're highlighting for the potential for strong and severe storms moving in our direction. Again, potential, you can have all the potential in the world, but if it doesn't manifest itself, then all that potential goes to waste, right? So hopefully it goes to waste because nobody wants to deal with severe weather. But it would be nice to see some of this rainfall, which we will get some, but it may be a little bit too much in short order. Let's talk about where we are at 6 a.m. on Saturday. We're going to be tracking a line of showers and storms beginning to roll in our direction. That will have impact during the course of the morning hours. Heavy rain is likely through the mid-morning hours, and not to mention, as that line moves through the area, you see these little kinks along that line. Those little kinks, you might get a brief spin-up tornado. I think this is primarily a wind issue, but you can't rule it out completely that there could be a brief spin-up tornado as it works its way down towards the south. It gets undercut pretty quickly as that line moves down to the south. The cooler air kind of undercuts it from the north and west. And we'll have lingering showers as we head through the evening and overnight period of your Saturday into early Sunday. So there will be maybe a little bit of a lull going into Saturday evening, but then we'll have another wave of showers to contend with as we head through Saturday night into early Sunday morning. So a lingering shower chance early Sunday will pop back up into the upper 60s that afternoon. By 7 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, we'll probably just be dealing with clouds. Temperatures in the 50s. The clouds will start to clear out, but doesn't have a whole lot of success in doing so. So I think we're going to be more clouds tonight. The farther north that you are up towards Dyersburg and Blytheville, you might be able to eke out a little bit more sunshine than comparatively to places full. We will all see the skies clearing out as we head through Sunday night into early Monday, but we've got another chance for rain and storms to contend with during that time frame. So again, we're looking at some more opportunities for rain moving into the fold as we head towards Monday afternoon and evening. Notice the showers and storms coming across Arkansas, heading in a direction by the time we head towards Monday afternoon and evening. Highs will be in the 70s that day. I want you to stay up to date with the very latest on the Action News 5 First Alert Weather app. Download it in the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. We're also looking at the potential for very heavy rainfall during this whole ordeal, talking rain chances or rain amounts and that range of 3 to 5 inches here across the Mid-South as we head through the next couple of days. So we want you to be weather aware, stay up to date with the very latest. Your 10-day forecast. Beyond that opportunity for rain that comes in here on Monday, there's another opportunity that comes in here on Wednesday. That opportunity will be the next bout of heavy rainfall that pushes in across the region. That could bring us not only heavy rainfall, but also the potential for some strong to severe thunderstorms. Clears out through Thursday, maybe a lingering shower chance through Thursday. We'll pop back up into the upper 60s by Friday, nearing 70 by Saturday of next week, as another system approaches that could kick off a few showers by the end of next weekend.
Good morning. It's Andrew Douglas. How are you?
You.
I'm doing well. Doing well. Can I get the spelling of your name?
Reginald.
Okay. And it's Porter, right?
Yes, that's correct.
And are you going to be the moderator? What's your involvement in the breakfast?
I'm the president and CEO of Leadership Memphis. I won't be
Gotcha.
the moderator.
You
but
guys are
we
you
do
guys
have
are
a great
putting on the
moderator.
event.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha. Awesome. Reginald, good to see you again. We got about 30 seconds until we come to you.
Sure, no problem.
Okay, talk to you in a sec.
All right.
Can you do me a favor and tilt your camera down just a smidge? We got a little bit too much headroom.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's better. Yes, thank you.
Okay.
All right, stand.
All right, no problem.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Action News 5 Digital Desk. Well, there is an amazing event. It's been going on now for 17 years, put on by Leadership Memphis. This is the 17th annual multicultural breakfast. It's going to be at Shelby Farms Park. It's going to be March 13th and from 8 until 10 o'clock. It's going to be at the FedEx Center right there by Coastal Fish Company. Joining me now to talk more about that, I got Reginald Porter on the line here. He is the president and CEO of Leadership Memphis, putting on this event. Reginald, good morning to you. Glad to have you with us on the Extra News 5 Digital Desk. Talk to me about the importance of having this breakfast every year. I mean, it's been going on for 17 years. There's no question. There's definitely an importance to it. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. Yeah, this is a very popular event that we have at Leadership Memphis. It's one of our signature events. And of course, the mission is to bring diverse people together to have meaningful conversations about the future of Memphis and the surrounding areas. This year, of course, we're focused on artificial intelligence and how it can transform healthcare, being that Memphis is a healthcare hub and it has such an impact in poverty and the health disparity. We want to make sure that we bridge the gap and talk about both at the same time.
You know, that is such a hot topic these days. I don't have to tell you that. I mean, it's very popular. What specifically are you going to be talking about? Is it just about healthcare and AI?
Yeah, well, of course, we'll bridge into other conversations. Of course, when we talk about healthcare, you can't not talk about the poverty issue that we have in the city as well. Primarily focusing on the change in technology and AI, how quickly it's advancing, how it can potentially be a positive aspect in what we do here in Memphis and the Mid-South to bridge the gap between the have-nots and hopefully eradicate or eliminate some of the health issues that we have in the city.
And Reginald, I don't know if you're like me, but you hear a lot about AI almost all the time. I certainly do. And what I'm hearing about it now, and the big concern, Reginald, that we used to hear is that, oh, it's going to take our jobs. It's going to take what our quality of life. And now what I'm hearing is it's a tool you need to use in your job, not necessarily taking over your job, but it's a tool you need to use, because if you don't, then people who are using this tool of AI will advance farther than you would. Is that right?
Sure. Well, yeah, we're going to have some very thought-provoking conversation about that, but also we'll talk about what types of jobs it's actually going to create. And so some of the individuals who had jobs that may no longer be in existence or had other careers in other areas may be able to utilize their transferable skills into a technology to help out with healthcare as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's talk about tickets and are there tickets available? I mean, it's how many people? I've been to that FedEx Event Center plenty of times, emceed events there. Is it full? Tell me about it.
Not full yet. We have about 300 people we're expecting. They are filling up the tables. People have been requesting tables, a little bit more starting yesterday. So we're glad that the word is getting out. $50 for general admission. Tables, of course, are $500. Say table 10 You can go to leadershipmemphis.org and purchase your tickets, or if you know me directly, you can tell me on the table and I'll be happy to take it.
All right. So anything else before we let you go that you'd like to tell our audience? We got thousands of people who watch us each and every morning, Reginald.
Sure. Yeah, we're going to have a very great panel. Alandis Dobbins from Oteka Technologies is going to be there. We have representation from Cigna, from the Memphis Medical Collaborative, from the City of Memphis, SweetBio, St. Jude, and of course our signature sponsor, Cigna and Baptist. So we're going to have a really good conversation. Hopefully people can come out and enjoy themselves.
Okay, Reginald Porter, President and CEO of Leadership Memphis. Thank you for all that you do, Leadership Memphis, across Memphis and the Mid-South. And good luck on the event that's happening next Friday. We appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You got it. All right, another live look from our High Five cameras. We go to break on this Friday, 71 degrees already, 7 minutes after 10 o'clock. Let's talk about your forecast in 1 minute.
Thanks for joining us here on the Action News 5 Digital Desk. I'm First Alert meteorologist Patrick Ellis. Today, getting up into the lower 80s, nearing a record, if not breaking a record here across the Mid-South. Working our way up through the lower 80s this afternoon. And again, we'll probably get through the next few hours with some more clouds and a few isolated showers and storms here or there, but I think those chances are overall going to be pretty low through the course of the day today when it comes down to rain. Now tonight, a different story as we'll start to see our next system moving in our direction, a day that we're highlighting for the potential for strong and severe storms moving in our direction. Again, potential, you can have all the potential in the world, but if it doesn't manifest itself, then all that potential goes to waste, right? So hopefully it goes to waste because nobody wants to deal with severe weather. But it would be nice to see some of this rainfall, which we will get some, but it may be a little bit too much in short order. Let's talk about where we are at 6 a.m. on Saturday. We're going to be tracking a line of showers and storms beginning to roll in our direction. That will have impact during the course of the morning hours. Heavy rain is likely through the mid-morning hours, and not to mention, as that line moves through the area, you see these little kinks along that line. Those little kinks, you might get a brief spin-up tornado. I think this is primarily a wind issue, but you can't rule it out completely that there could be a brief spin-up tornado as it works its way down towards the south. It gets undercut pretty quickly as that line moves down to the south. The cooler air kind of undercuts it from the north and west, and we'll have lingering showers as we head through the evening and overnight period of your Saturday into early Sunday. So there will be maybe a little bit of a lull going into Saturday evening, but then we'll have another wave of showers to contend with as we head through Saturday night into early Sunday morning. So a lingering shower chance early Sunday will pop back up into the upper 60s that afternoon. By 7 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, we'll probably just be dealing with clouds, temperatures in the 50s. The clouds will start to clear out, but doesn't have a whole lot of success in doing so. So I think we're going to be more clouds than not. The farther north that you are up towards Dyersburg and Blytheville, you might be able to eke out a little bit more sunshine than comparatively to places like Oxford, Corinth, as well as Batesville. We will all see the skies clearing out as we head through Sunday night into early Monday, but we've got another chance for rain and storms to contend with during that time frame. So again, we're looking at some more opportunities for rain moving into the fold as we head towards Monday afternoon and evening. Notice the showers and storms coming across Arkansas, heading in a direction by the time we head towards Monday afternoon and evening. Highs will be in the 70s that day. I want you to stay up to date with the very latest on the Action News 5 First Alert Weather app. Download it in the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. We're also looking at the potential for very heavy rainfall during this whole ordeal, talking rain chances or rain amounts, and that range of 3 to 5 inches here across the Mid-South as we head through the next couple of days. So we want you to be weather aware. Stay up to date with the very latest. Your 10-day forecast. Beyond that opportunity for rain that comes in here on Monday, there's another opportunity that comes in here on Wednesday. That opportunity will be the next bout of heavy rainfall that pushes in across the region. That could bring us not only heavy rainfall, but also the potential for some strong to severe thunderstorms. Clears out through Thursday, maybe a lingering shower chance through Thursday. We'll pop back up into the upper 60s by Friday, nearing 70 by Saturday of next week as another system approaches that could kick off a few showers by the end of next weekend.
Good morning. Welcome back to the Action News 5 Digital Desk. We always love checking in with our friends, our mayors in the Mid-South, across Shelby County. And I'm joined on the Action News 5 Digital Desk by Collierville's Mayor, Maureen Frazier, joining us once again. Maureen, it has been a long time. It's good to see you. How are things?
Everything is great, Andrew. It has been a long time. I think the last time we met was back at the end of November. I think the holidays and the ice just got in the way. But spring is almost here.
Thank God for that. That snow and ice was brutal. I don't even want to think about that. It was a mess
really
for everybody.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay, so got a few things to talk about here. Let's begin with the first Safe Haven baby box throughout Shelby County is in the town of Collierville. Tell me how this all came about.
Yes, it is. It was put in our new fire stations. It was part of the plan from the very, very beginning. And there was a nonprofit group that did the fundraising for that. And it opened in our fire station number 6. And it's a box for any mother that may be in crisis. And it's a safe place to put their baby if something's going on in their life. And it will definitely be taken care of. And it's monitored at the fire station 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Fantastic. We've covered that a lot and talked about that a lot, and hopefully there'll be more opportunities to see more of these Safe Haven baby boxes across Shelby County. Atlanta Rhythm Section is coming to Collierville. Tell me more.
Yes, we have a music series in Collierville now at our Harold Theater, and the Atlanta Rhythm Section is coming next week, Thursday night, March the 5th. You need to go online and get your tickets, colliervilletn.gov, and then it's under Harold Live. And I know the tickets are selling, but there's still tickets available as of this morning. So it's a great series. We've had 2 shows already. There was one last weekend, and it was amazing to see the wide variety of ages, residents, non-residents, come together to enjoy some live music in our town. And several of myself and our friends, we went out to dinner before. So it was a great night out in Collierville. So I would invite you to come next Thursday, March the 5th.
Fantastic. Okay, Thursday, March the 5th. And then the town's website has the whole schedule, right?
It sure does. And there is a link under Harold Live. Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Tell me about the plans for America 250. We know that there's going to be plans across the country. Can you reveal any for Collierville?
We are doing a kickoff of our America 250 at the Collierville Chamber Luncheon. That would be on Wednesday, March the 11th. And I get to be like the hostess with the mostess. And we're going to have different department heads come and speak and talk about, we're having our Nicole, the director of the Morton Museum, talk about the past, what has happened in Collierville in the past. Then we're going to talk about the present and what we're planning in the future. So it'll culminate on the Independence Day celebration. but it should be a great event at the Collierville Chamber, and we'll be kicking off that on Wednesday, March the 11th.
Okay. All right. Good to know. I understand that there's some condos that are going in near the town square there. Tell me more.
Yes, we approved Monday night a preliminary site plan for a development by Macklemore Builders. And what they're planning to do is the location where the Gus's Fried Chicken used to be. It's been vacant. They had to get a certificate of appropriateness to demolish the Gus's Chicken because it was a house that was many, many, many years old. So that is being torn down, and then they're going to be building a 3-story. The first story will be retail. So I believe Macklemore Real Estate and Builders will go in with the first floor along with 2 other bays, and then there'll be 2 floors of 1 and 2 bedroom owner-occupied condominiums. So they're adding some parking on Center Street. They're adding gated parking for the residents, and then there will be parking for those in the retail center. So they have a few more steps to go, but that is what is being planned right there where the old Gus's Chicken was.
Gotcha. You know, I know there's been a lot of talk about adding a parking garage and adding a hotel in the town square area. Has that come to fruition, or has that been voted down or up? What's the latest?
We haven't voted on a hotel or a parking garage at this time. The hotel is still, the property owner is still talking. I met with them a couple weeks ago. They're still getting their numbers and they're trying to get their financing together. So that could happen, but we have not seen anything official to vote on. The parking garage is no longer a plan within that hotel proper. However, if at some point the town needs a parking garage, we have space for that behind, across from Lost Pizza and behind Maeve's and that section of the square. But there's no finances, no money, no plans for that at this time.
Okay, good to know. Thank you for that. I know something that's been in the works for quite a while is the library expanding. Tell me more.
We are still doing fundraising for the library. So if anybody's listening and would love to make a donation, we would definitely accept it. It's looking like we're going out for bid soon, very soon. We approved the architecture contract, the final changes. We're hoping to be breaking ground at the end of April of this year. So the plans will be going out to bid. We need some competitive bidders, and then we can break ground. And hopefully in the next 2 years, we'll have an expansion to our library. So it is happening. It's been a long road, and now you just have to cross your fingers that we have some competitive bids that fit within our budget. But we are looking for people who want to have some naming rights, who want to invest in the future of the Collierville Library. So lots of different options.
Yeah.
You know, you can make any donation, but you can go into the millions if you'd like.
Right. That's exciting, though. I know a lot of people are looking forward to that. Finally, any new businesses that you'd like to talk about? Anything else that's happening in the town, Maureen?
If you go down Poplar Avenue, you will see a beautiful development that's happening in Schilling Farms, and it's in 2 additional retail buildings. And then at the end is a Town Place Suites hotel. That has not opened yet. I'm hearing April for the hotel, but I don't know that for sure. The retail buildings, there were lights on last night when I drove by. But that complex, I don't really know yet. We don't know what's going in there until they actually have a business that signs a lease, and then they come to the town for the permits on the build out and the signage. So other than the Town Place Suites, I don't really have any idea of what may be going into the Schilling Farms development. I know down in Carriage Crossing, they had a contest, and they have 5 new pop-up shops that will be opening, and those business owners get a year of free rent. And then I know Mike's Hot Wings is coming in down close to the Courtyard by Marriott Hotel. And I know they're working hard to get the renovations going on that so they can open as quickly as possible. But they're moving from the Germantown medical area to Carriage Crossing.
Gotcha. So much information that we talked about here when it comes to the town of Collierville. We appreciate your time, Maureen, as always, on the Action News 5 digital desk. And I look forward to the next time we talk, because you always come in with chock full loads of information for everybody. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Andrew.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Action News 5 Digital Desk. We are so looking forward to spring, at least I am, and one of the ways we can get involved in spring is to check out various exhibits, and one is upcoming at Memphis Botanic Garden, and to talk more about that, we have Jenna Harris on the line here, Memphis Botanic Garden, and it is called Bloom. And Jenna, I can't wait to hear about it. I don't know what I want more. Do I want spring more, or do I want to go to Bloom more? Good morning.
I think we all want a little bit of both. You know, we're ready
yeah.
for that spring. We got a little taste of it, and going back to this cold, not what we need.
No question about it. So I remember talking to Olivia a short time ago about this Bloom exhibit. And remind me, is this the first time it's ever been at Botanic Garden?
You know, well, so it's interesting. This is the first time that we are going to really celebrate all of that together as one. Of course, we're the Botanic Garden. We bloom every year. Some years when you come in the spring, you'll see some fun exhibits. If you were here last year, you saw the trolls. If you came and saw the Alice exhibit, the origami. So we'll bring in different exhibits to kind of highlight and enhance the garden. And this year, we're just going to let the garden speak for itself with some help from our horticulture team. We've been able to really enhance what we have here, our plantings at the garden. And we're going to celebrate all things bloom. So the month of March, we're going to celebrate our cherry blossoms. Everybody's familiar with Cherry Road. You know, you drive down and you feel like you're driving through clouds of cherry trees when those are in full bloom. And we have those in our Japanese garden as well. So that'll be our celebration for March. For April, we've planted over 400,000 tulips. So the Dixon is celebrating their 50th anniversary. They've planted a lot of tulips as well. So between the two gardens, there'll be 1 million tulips at Park and Cherry. So that is just going to be a spectacular month. And, you know, we hope that the tulips bloom on time for our schedule, but they might come a little earlier. But again, you know, we're going to be celebrating blooms this whole time, and then we'll roll right into May and we'll celebrate some of our southern favorites, the magnolia trees, the azaleas, the rose garden peaks in May. So we'll really just be able to celebrate all things bloom and everything that happens in the spring at a garden.
That sounds amazing. I am so looking forward to spring this year. I think it was because all the snow and ice in January just lingered and went on and on and on. And not to mention that it was pretty cold this morning getting up. I'm like, when are we getting to spring already? So, Jenna, let's talk about ways that people can really get into bloom, what they can do. I guess, you know, we can just show up March 1st, March 2nd. We just show up there at Cherry and Park?
Yeah, you know, so it's always nice to come out and see the garden kind of as things begin to bloom and as things transition. You know, right now we've already seen some of our blooms with our daffodils and the okami cherry trees, which are the darker pink trees that we have on our property. Those are already starting to bloom out. But we're really going to highlight all of these things on Bloom Saturdays. So every Saturday from March through the end of May, we'll have different celebrations. We'll have food trucks out here. There'll be cocktail bars. You'll be able to come through. And we're working with a lot of different cultural partners. The University of Memphis, Playhouse on the Square, Ballet Memphis, the Symphony. And we'll have different programs every Saturday throughout this whole spring exhibit. You know, so you'll get to see things like the ballet performing amongst the blooms. You'll get to see, learn about Japanese culture with the University of Memphis Japanese language program. And every Saturday is going to be a little bit different. So, you know, if you want to come and learn about a tea ceremony, that's going to be the second Saturday of March for us. You know, you can come in April, and we'll have the Easter Bunny here on the Saturday before Easter, along with Craig Thompson, who's a local chalk artist, doing all kinds of fun spring activities with kids. So, you know, you can come through, explore, and enjoy the blooms, but there's going to be ways to engage with the garden as well.
It sounds great. I mean, your programming of 365 days of the year really sounds fantastic, Jenna. Anything else we can touch on, perhaps the website where people can get information about Bloom?
Yeah, for all of our programs, all of the different programs that we're having, you'll go to membg.org and you can go into the Bloom link. That'll give you all the information about all of these Saturday activities, in addition to all of the other programming that we'll have. We'll have all kinds of special events throughout the season, from our plant sale to a Petals and Parasols, which is kind of a Regency era tea that we'll have. So there's all kinds of different events and programs, and make sure you check those out. Some of the different cultural partners, because we're working with so many different groups, most of them will be at 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock on those Bloom Saturdays, but make sure you check our social media. That'll give you the exact details of what time the different cultural partners will be participating and performing at the events. And the food trucks and the cocktails, that'll be here and available during our opening time between 10 o'clock and 4 o'clock. The garden is, again, open to explore. Come enjoy the blooms, then go enjoy my big backyard and play with the kids. And just come out. You can come out multiple times throughout the season, and you're always going to see something a little bit different.
One of the prettiest places throughout Memphis and the Mid-South, Memphis Botanic Garden. We appreciate your time, Jenna. Thank you so much. And we look forward to checking out all the blooms throughout the garden, the Dixon, throughout March, April, and May. Appreciate your time.
All right. We can't wait to see.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Action News 5 Digital Desk. I'm Andrew Douglas. It is 9:01 on a Wednesday, taking a live look outside from our High 5 camera downtown Memphis. A very comfortable 66 degrees as you get going on this Wednesday morning. We'll be talking about the forecast throughout the morning here on Action News 5's Digital Desk. But first, I want to get to an interview that we are going to have right now. This is about the leadership and the direction of Memphis Public Libraries. Joining me on the Action News 5 Digital Desk, I am joined by Dr. Eric Harris. He has been appointed by Memphis Mayor Paul Young to be the next director of Memphis Public Libraries, and he is joining us on the Digital Desk to talk a little bit about that position, who he is, and the vision for the public libraries in the city of Memphis. Eric, it's nice to meet you. Tell us a little bit about yourself and our audience that we have. We have thousands of people who watch each and every morning. Tell us about yourself. Good morning.
Right. Hey, good morning to you. Thank you so much for having me on the show. I am Dr. Eric Harris. I'm a lifelong Memphian. I've put a lot of time here in this city. Only lived away when I went to college, and that was undergrad. So I'm really tickled to death to have the opportunity here to continue what it is that I've always wanted to do, and that is, help the literacy deficits, help the deficits of people knowing what really a Memphian is. We want to help the school system. We want to help everyone. So the library has a lot of opportunity to do that. Sorry.
Gotcha. So you've been appointed. Have you started working, or is this something that you have to wait for the Memphis City Council to formally approve? How's that work?
Actually, yeah, the council, they approved it on February the 22nd. I am here in my office now. I've been working diligently since then. It's been a grind because there is a lot of work to do here. The previous director, Keenan McCloy, she left a lot of things, a lot of great projects that have to be overseen. So it's been really, really fun. The people in the library have been great. Everyone's very passionate. You don't have to worry about motivation whatsoever. And I've absolutely enjoyed every moment I've been here.
So tell me about your vision for the Memphis Public Libraries. Where do you see it going? Where would you like to see it going? Do you have any personal goals and objectives that you would like to see the library, and short-term, long-term goals, that sort of thing?
Yeah, that's the great thing about this position that I'm in now. The library is such a great, well-oiled machine. People may not know that just a few years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, the library won the national award as the most innovative library in the country. So there was a lot of things already in place. There's a lot of capital improvement projects. We've got new libraries coming online. There's one at Fraser, one in Raleigh soon. Southwest Twin is coming up. So it's a matter of continuing that work, but then also taking the library to the next level. Because even though we had over 200,000 items that were checked out of libraries last year, we had about 25,000 people that participated in library programs. There's still some work that could be done, and there are still some demographics that could be improved. For example, our Mayor Paul Young and also our Superintendent Rod Richmond both point at teenagers saying, hey, we need to give you more things to do after school. Well, it's ironic that that is the one demographic in the library system that the numbers are also a little bit lower than what would be optimal. So we want to, again, continue that work and take everything to the next level.
Let me ask you about that, Eric, because, if you think about the library over the last, 10, 20, maybe even longer than that, the library has really undergone a transformation digitally. I mean, gone are, the decimal Dewey system, I think it's called. It's so far
Dewey
away.
Decimal.
Exactly.
Yeah, Dewey Decimal.
And so here we are. We're in a digital age where a lot of people just log into their own prospective libraries to either check out books online, do a lot of things digitally. How is that going to change and transform the library for the next generation of kids?
That's one thing I have to give credit to my predecessor, Keenan McCoy. She really saw that coming. So she implemented a lot of community outreach pieces, a lot of digital pieces. The library has a great app called Libby where you can access over 50,000 ebooks and e-audio books there. You can get your library card online now. A lot of the programs are available online, and that's all credit to Keenan for doing that. So it's a matter of basically having that to step up to the next level, because as broadband gets faster, we have to be able to keep up with that. And be able to provide all the programming and all the type of needs and resources that people will want. So basically, it's a matter of keeping up with the times for the library.
So let's say 10 years from now, where would you like to see the library?
Oh, wow. The way it's going in the digital age, libraries may be floating and hovering over the ground or something, who knows? But I just like to see the library being a common place for every single home in the Memphis area, to where if there's a need, that people go to the library first. If there's some advice or some sort of resources that's needed, people know how to get it through the library. Because one thing that the library is really good at is facilitating people. We have a Link 211 service, which is really, really great. People can call and get information on absolutely anything. For example, during the ice storm, I don't know if the media has come up with a cute name for the ice storm that we had. I haven't heard it. But during that storm, there were a lot of people that called Link 211 because they didn't know what to do. They didn't know what the weather was. They had to go get a dialysis treatment and they didn't have transportation. Link 211 was able to connect them with MATA or the police or anyone that they would absolutely need. And I was really, really pleased to hear that mechanism being in place. So I just want the library to continue to grow and be a part of every family.
Final question before we let you go, Eric. There's a lot. I'll just bring up the fact that teenagers, everybody has a smartphone device, and a lot of them will go to, the AI of their choice to look up anything that you would have to go to a library in generations past in order to look up. And so everything seems to be on the phone. How do you connect and have that relevancy to today's kids?
Yeah, thank you for that question. AI is here. It's nothing that can be avoided. You have to understand your organization and how to best implement it. AI is really good for connecting the person with the resource really fast. So having a mechanism like that is great. But what people have to remember is AI is really good at spitting facts and information, but AI cannot tell stories. It can't trigger sentiments and emotions that you would get from reading a good book or talking to someone who's very passionate about something. So those are the things that AI does not have. Whether it'll have it, 10, 20 years from now, who knows? But those are the things that the library is able to provide through our human services. So we're fine with AI connecting it to a resource that we have. But if people really want to get the lowdown on it, they're going to have to talk to one of our fabulous librarians.
Dr. Eric Harris, Director of Memphis Public Libraries, joining us on the Action News 5 Digital Desk. We really appreciate the breakdown, some of your goals and objectives, and the difference between the library of today and what it used to be. We wish you all the best and much success in the future, Eric. And please come back on the Action News 5 Digital Desk anytime you want to tell us about something new that's happening at the library. We appreciate your time.
Thanks for joining us here on the Action News 5 Digital Desk. I'm First Alert meteorologist Patrick Ellis. Today, getting up into the lower 80s, nearing a record, if not breaking a record here across the Mid-South. Working our way up through the lower 80s this afternoon. And again, we'll probably get through the next few hours with some more clouds and a few isolated showers and storms here or there. But I think those chances are overall going to be pretty low through the course of the day today when it comes down to rain. Now tonight, a different story as we'll start to see our next system moving in our direction. A day that we're highlighting for the potential for strong and severe storms moving in our direction. Again, potential, you can have all the potential in the world, but if it doesn't manifest itself, then all that potential goes to waste, right? So hopefully it goes to waste because nobody wants to deal with severe weather. But it would be nice to see some of this rainfall, which we will get some, but it may be a little bit too much in short order. Let's talk about where we are at 6 a.m. on Saturday. We're going to be tracking a line of showers and storms beginning to roll in our direction. That will have impact during the course of the morning hours. Heavy rain is likely through the mid-morning hours, and not to mention, as that line moves through the area, you see these little kinks along that line. Those little kinks, you might get a brief spin-up tornado. I think this is primarily a wind issue, but you can't rule it out completely that there could be a brief spin-up tornado as it works its way down towards the south. It gets undercut pretty quickly as that line moves down to the south. The cooler air kind of undercuts it from the north and west. And we'll have lingering showers as we head through the evening and overnight period of your Saturday into early Sunday. So there will be maybe a little bit of a lull going into Saturday evening, but then we'll have another wave of showers to contend with as we head through Saturday night into early Sunday morning. So a lingering shower chance early Sunday will pop back up into the upper 60s that afternoon. By 7 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, we'll probably just be dealing with clouds, temperatures in the 50s. The clouds will start to clear out, but doesn't have a whole lot of success in doing so. So I think we're going to be more clouds tonight. The farther north that you are up towards Dyersburg and Blytheville, you might be able to eke out a little bit more sunshine than comparatively to places like Oxford, Corinth, as well as Batesville. We will all see the skies clearing out as we head through Sunday night into early Monday, but we've got another chance for rain and storms to contend with during that time frame. So again, we're looking at some more opportunities for rain moving into the fold as we head towards Monday afternoon and evening. Notice the showers and thunderstorms coming across Arkansas, heading in a direction by the time we head towards Monday afternoon and evening. Highs will be in the 70s that day. I want you to stay up to date with the very latest on the Action News 5 First Alert Weather app. Download it in the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. We're also looking at the potential for very heavy rainfall during this whole ordeal, talking rain chances or rain amounts in that range of 3 to 5 inches here across the Mid-South as we head through the next couple of days. So we want you to be weather aware. Stay up to date with the very latest. Your 10-day forecast. Beyond that opportunity for rain that comes in here on Monday, there's another opportunity that comes in here on Wednesday. That opportunity will be the next bout of heavy rainfall that pushes in across the region. That could bring us not only heavy rainfall, but also the potential for some strong to severe thunderstorms. Clears out through Thursday, maybe a lingering shower chance through Thursday. We'll pop back up into the upper 60s by Friday, nearing 70 by Saturday of next week as another system approaches that could kick off a few showers by the end of next weekend.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Action News 5 Digital Desk. I have a question for you. Do you know about Memphis's sister city? I bet you didn't know that we have here in Memphis a sister city in Europe. In fact, it's in Italy, not too far from the Winter Olympic Games, and they have annual events that bring our two cities together. It's fascinating, and I want to learn more about this link along with you. I'm joined on the Action News 5 Digital Desk by Lynn Sittler. She is the film commissioner at Memphis Shelby County Film Commission. Lynn, it's so great to talk with you. I love this story about our sister city, Porretta Terme in Italy. Tell me, how did this all begin? Good morning.
Well, good morning. Yes, I'm very excited about it too. I actually met Graziano Uliani back in 88, 89, when he became an honorary Memphis citizen. At the time, he was bringing all of these blues legends to Italy. Rufus Thomas, Isaac Hayes, all of them. And he cemented this by having the same people coming in every year. And it became more and more popular. Everyone from Europe to South Africa swarmed to hear our Memphis legends perform. Carla Thomas, I mean, all of them. And so I knew about this, and so did the mayor at the time, Mayor Harrington. And so we gave him together a key to the city, honorary citizenship. And I happened to run into Graziano about a year ago at of all things, a Tav Falco concert at Lafayette's. And there he was. And we started thinking and putting our heads together. We thought, why not sister cities? And I was familiar with the concept. Sister Cities, Inc. It's actually an agency founded by Eisenhower to establish friendship and cooperation. And what a time we have now, and we need it very much, the friendship and the cooperation between different countries. And so we approached the mayors, Mayor Young and Mayor Harris, and then Mayor Nani, and Mayor of Bologna, Mayor Matteo Lepore. I think I have everybody. And had the wonderful Italian Memphian Matteo Cervente of gelato fame as the translator, and we had a virtual press conference and became sister cities. Then we started a film exchange with the Porretta Film Festival. The Film Commission did, and the first year we had 6 short films screened at the Porretta Film Festival in December, and the second year we had a feature, Hoop Street, and I'll tell you what, everyone got excited. They won a trip to Porretta, Italy. The executive producer and the director, Princeton James, came along, and an actor and his wife from the film, Kenneth. And then, it's just magic. And the Italians were so fascinated by this slice of life that the film Hoop Street gave of Memphis basketball, the Black culture. religion, and I mean, it was beautiful, beautiful. We were so welcomed.
Yeah, it sounds like it, Lynn. I love hearing about it. So let me back up a second and say that it sounds like Peretta Terme had a connection with Memphis going back decades and only recently became sister cities officially. How recent? Was that 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
No, it was I think in last it was February in a year ago, February a year ago. And yeah, you know, it's just been wonderful, to tell you the truth. And I'm taking Italian, and Al Capone Bailey in my office is also taking Italian, and we're looking forward to a long relationship there. And everybody I talk to says they're going to Peretta this year for the July Soul Festival. The only thing is they need to hurry up and get a hotel room, because it is a small city, 7,000 population. But then when the festival comes in, the population swells to 40,000. So book that hotel room now.
That sounds amazing. You know, something else I was looking up, Lynn, when we before this interview, I was looking up Peretta Terme, and I saw different things. And one of the things I saw I thought was so cool is that they have a park there named Rufus Thomas Park. It's off of via Otis Redding, and I'm like, this is amazing.
It is, and there are murals everywhere of depicting the Memphis soul musicians, and there's a Rufus Thomas Cafe, and I got to eat there in December. I mean, it's just fabulous. It's all of Peretta is a love letter to Memphis, and I was very pleased that Kevin Kane was one of the sponsors of the Peretta Soul Festival, because those are all our musicians. They've been honoring our musicians for decades, and so suddenly in July, here we come. And I hope we have a good group coming this July. You should come, Andrew.
You know, I need to go on the spot reporting, Lynn, and report from Peretta, Italy. No question about it. So tell me a little bit more about this, a couple of different festivals, or is it the same festival? So we have a film festival and we have a music festival. Is that right?
Exactly. The film festival is in December, and and it's very respected and very prestigious and very serious. I mean, the Italians, the Europeans take their film very seriously. And then in July is the Peretta Soul Festival.
Excellent, excellent. So,
and John Doyle, may I say this? John Doyle and the Rock and Soul official band play every year. They're the house band, and I mean, it's all Memphis.
Yeah, I love it. I saw some of the video of the Soul Music Festival. It looks amazing. I mean, you would never guess this is a small town in Italy, northern Italy, with 7,000 residents. I mean, it looks phenomenal. Let me ask you, so you have this festival, you have a couple of different festivals, both movie and music. You have a Rufus Thomas Park and Otis Redding Street there. What else? What else is there to do with Peretta? And is there a connection to the Winter Olympic Games? How far is Milan from Peretta?
Well, it's just a few hours, but there is a connection. As it turns out, Peretta has a mountain where they practice this downhill skiing, and the coach, I understand, don't ask me his name, I've forgotten it, but the coach for the skiing Italian team is from Peretta.
That is cool. I love that. I love that. Okay, so we have thousands of people on our digital stream right now, Lynn. Anything else you want to mention to the Memphians, the Mid-Southerners? I mean, this makes us proud, you know, to know we have this international city in Europe with us so closely aligned. Anything else you want the Mid-South to know about Peretta Terme, Italy?
Gosh, well, also it's a great place to go if you like, if you believe in the healing power of water. It's a spa. Terme actually means spa, and centuries ago the Romans would go there to bathe, and we visited a spa when we were there in December, and it's just fascinating how the water is pulled down and from the mountain, and it's just really fascinating. And there's just so much to love about Porretta Terme, and it's halfway between Florence and Bologna. And Porretta Terme actually is in the municipality of Bologna, and you have many things in Bologna. It's really an art city. The first university in the world was founded in Bologna. And so you see our relationship officially is Memphis, Shelby County, Porretta Terme, Bologna. In Bologna, they even have the biggest screen I've ever seen in my life, outdoors, where people can come and watch the movies. And there's the most famous film restoration lab in the world there. It's just everywhere you look. It's food, music, culture, film.
We need to go. We need to go.
Yeah.
So listen, Lynn Sittler, we really appreciate you coming on the Digital Desk, explaining this beautiful connection between Memphis and our sister city in Italy, Porretta Terme, Bologna. This is so wonderful. Thanks for coming on the Digital Desk, and we appreciate you, and let us know the next time you head on over.
Maybe I'll do reports. You know, I did start at Channel 5.
I know.
Thanks for joining us here on the Action News 5 Digital Desk. Get through the next few hours with some more clouds and a few isolated showers and storms here or there. But I think those chances are overall going to be pretty low through the course of the day today when it comes down to rain. Now, tonight, a different story as we'll start to see our next system move.
I love that idea.
Moving in a direction. A day that we're highlighting. Thanks for joining us here on the Action News 5 Digital Desk. I'm First Alert meteorologist Patrick Ellis. Today, getting up into the lower 80s, nearing a record, if not breaking a record here across the Mid-South. Working our way up through the lower 80s this afternoon. And again, we'll probably get through the next few hours with some more clouds and a few isolated showers and storms here or there. But I think those chances are overall going to be pretty low through the course of the day today when it comes down to rain. Now, tonight, a different story as we'll start to see our next system moving in our direction. A day that we're highlighting for the potential for strong and severe storms moving in our direction. Again, potential, you can have all the potential in the world, but if it doesn't manifest itself, then all that potential goes to waste, right? So hopefully it goes to waste because nobody wants to deal with severe weather. But it would be nice to see some of this rainfall, which we will get some, but it may be a little bit too much in short order. Let's talk about where we are at 6 a.m. on Saturday. We're going to be tracking a line of showers and storms beginning to roll in our direction. That will have impact during the course of the morning hours. Heavy rain is likely through the mid-morning hours, and not to mention, as that line moves through the area, you see these little kinks along that line. Those little kinks, you might get a brief spin-up tornado. I think this is primarily a wind issue, but you can't rule it out completely that there could be a brief spin-up tornado as it works its way down towards the south. It gets undercut pretty quickly as that line moves down to the south. The cooler air kind of undercuts it from the north and west, and we'll have lingering showers as we head through the evening and overnight period of your Saturday into early Sunday. So there will be maybe a little bit of a lull going into Saturday evening, but then we'll have another wave of showers to contend with as we head through Saturday night into early Sunday morning. So a lingering shower chance early Sunday will pop back up into the upper 60s that afternoon. By 7 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, we'll probably just be dealing with clouds, temperatures in the 50s. The clouds will start to clear out, but doesn't have a whole lot of success in doing so. So I think we're going to be more clouds tonight. The farther north that you are up towards Dyersburg and Blytheville, you might be able to eke out a little bit more sunshine than comparatively to places like Oxford, Corinth, as well as Batesville. We will all see the skies clearing out as we head through Sunday night into early Monday, but we've got another chance for rain and storms to contend with during that time frame. So again, we're looking at some more opportunities for rain moving into the fold as we head towards Monday afternoon and evening. Notice the showers and storms coming across Arkansas, heading in a direction by the time we head towards Monday afternoon and evening. Highs will be in the 70s that day. I want you to stay up to date with the very latest on the Action News 5 First Alert Weather app. Download it in the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. We're also looking at the potential for very heavy rainfall during this whole ordeal, talking rain chances or rain amounts, and that range of 3 to 5 inches here across the Mid-South as we head through the next couple of days. So we want you to be weather aware. Stay up to date with the very latest. Your 10-day forecast. Beyond that opportunity for rain that comes in here on Monday, there's another opportunity that comes in here on Wednesday. That opportunity will be the next bout of heavy rainfall that pushes in across the region. That could bring us not only heavy rainfall, but also the potential for some strong to severe thunderstorms. Clears out through Thursday, maybe a lingering shower chance through Thursday. We'll pop back up into the upper 60s by Friday, nearing 70 by Saturday of next week as another system approaches that could kick off a few showers by the end of next weekend.
Oh. Okay, back here live in the Action News 5 digital desk. That is a shot of downtown on a Friday, 73 degrees, 1056. We're getting ready for Action News 5 midday at the top of the hour. Jerry Askin, he will take you through the rest of the hour with all your news headlines and your forecast this weekend. Expect to see some showers out there, but again, it's not going to be the entire weekend, probably just tomorrow. But be sure to have the Action News 5 news app and weather app handy because the forecast will be changing for sure. And then join me again Monday morning, 9 o'clock, for another edition of the Digital Desk. We'll see you then.